Welcome, everyone. Here we are, the last podcast on this Book of Jasher. It's been a really good read. I got a lot out of it this time through. And 90 and 91 here, it's going to be no different. There's still some tidbits here. And you know who's going to pop up? A little bit of Dan. A little bit of Dan. Although here in 90, we'll see about dividing the land here. Are they going to get the mount? I don't know. Let's see, right? Are they going to leave him out? Now, that is a great difference between the Old Testament and this Book of Jasher. So let's see what happens here. As Joshua divides the land, and this is from the Lord by lot here, in 90, Book of Jasher, verse 1. At that time, in the 5th year after the children of Israel had passed over Jordan, after the children of Israel had rested from their war with the Canaanites, at that time great and severe battles arose between Edom and the children of Chittim. Now remember this in prophecy, Chittim is the roots of Rome, okay? And the children of Chittim fought against Edom. And Abanias, king of Chittim, went forth in that year, that is, in the 31st year of his reign, and a great force with him of the mighty men of the children of Chittim. And he went to Seir to fight against the children of Esau. In 3, and Hadad, the king of Edom, heard of his report, and he went forth to meet him with a heavy people and strong force, and engaged in battle with him in the field of Edom. And the hand of Chittim prevailed over the children of Esau, and the children of Chittim slew of the children of Esau 22,000 men, and all the children of Esau fled from before them, period. And the children of Chittim pursued them, and they reached Hadad, king of Edom, who was running before them. And they caught him alive, and brought him to Abanias, king of Chittim. And Abanias ordered him to be slain, and Hadad, king of Edom, died in the 48th year of his reign. And the children of Chittim continued their pursuit of Edom, and they smote them with a great slaughter. And Edom became subject to the children of Chittim. And the children of Chittim ruled over Edom, and Edom became under the hand of the children of Chittim, and became one kingdom from that day. Period. 9, it says, and from that time they could no more lift up their heads, and their kingdom became one with the children of Chittim. So there they are, part of Rome. 10, and Abanias placed officers in Edom, and all the children of Edom became subject and tributary to Abanias. And Abanias turned back to his own land, Chittim. And when he returned, he renewed his government, and built for himself a spacious and fortified palace for a royal residence, and reigned securely over the children of Chittim and over Edom. In those days, after the children of Israel had driven away all the Canaanites and the Amorites, Joshua was old and advanced in years. And the Lord said to Joshua, Thou art old, advanced in life, and a great part of the land remains to be possessed. Now, therefore, divide this land for an inheritance to the 9 tribes and to the half tribe of Manasseh. And Joshua rose up and did as the Lord had spoken to him. Now we saw the other roots to this in the rest of the history book here. On that side of Og, and that on that side of the river, and how that was given to the 2.5 tribes. Okay, and so he did as the Lord had spoken to him, as he always did. 15, and he divided the whole land to the tribes of Israel as an inheritance according to their divisions. But the tribe of Levi he gave no inheritance. The offerings of the Lord are the inheritance, as the Lord had spoken of them by the hand of Moses. And Joshua gave Mount Hebron to Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, one portion above his brethren, as that the Lord had spoken through Moses. Therefore Hebron became an inheritance to Caleb and his children unto this day. And Joshua divided the whole land by lots to all Israel for an inheritance, as the Lord had commanded him. And the children of Israel gave cities to the Levites from their own inheritance, and suburbs for their cattle and property, as the Lord had commanded Moses. So did the children of Israel, and they divided the land by lot, whether great or small. And they went to inherit the land according to their boundaries. And the children of Israel gave to Joshua the son of Nun an inheritance amongst them. By the word of the Lord did they give to him the city which he required, Timnath Sherach in Mount Ephraim. And he built the city and dwelt therein. These are the inheritances which Eleazar the priest and Joshua the son of Nun and the heads of the fathers of the tribes portioned out to the children of Israel by lot in Shiloh. All right, and that was the place of the prophets, etc., Melchizedek, there in the Old Testament. Shiloh. Before the Lord, back into the history book, before the Lord at the door of the tabernacle, and they left off dividing the land. And the Lord gave the land to the Israelites, and they possessed it as the Lord had spoken to them, and as the Lord had sworn to their ancestors. And the Lord gave to the Israelites rest from all their enemies around them. Or 25, and the Lord gave to the Israelites rest from all their enemies around them. And no man stood up against them, and the Lord delivered all their enemies into their hands, and not one thing failed of all the good which the Lord had spoken to the children of Israel. Yea, the Lord performed everything. And that'll happen in our day too, folks. 26, and Joshua called to all the children of Israel, and he blessed them, and commanded them to serve the Lord. And he afterward sent them away, and they went each man to his city, and each man to his inheritance. And the children of Israel served the Lord all the days of Joshua, and the Lord gave them rest from all around them, and they dwelt securely in their cities. All right, now in 28 we get back to Rome here. This Latinus II. All right, so here we go in 28. And it came to pass in those days that Albanius, king of Chittim, died in the 38th year of his reign. That is the 7th year of his reign over Edom. And they buried him in his place, which he had built for himself, and Latinus reigned in his stead 50 years. And during his reign he brought forth an army, and he went and fought against the inhabitants of Britannia and Kern-Ania, and the children of Elisha, son of Javan. And he prevailed over them, and made them tributary. Yeah, this European history here. 30 he then heard that Edom had revolted from under the hand of Chittim, and Latinus went to them and smote them and subdued them, and placed them under the hand of the children of Chittim, and Edom became one kingdom with the children of Chittim all the days. 31 And for many years there was no king in Edom, and their government was with the children of Chittim and their king. All right, now we have Joshua's speech coming up here in 32. And it was in the 26th year after the children of Israel had passed the Jordan, that is the 66th year of the children of Israel. Israel had departed from Egypt. Wait a minute.
Read that.
And it was the 26th year after the children of Israel had passed the Jordan, that is the 66th year after the children of Israel had departed from Egypt, that Joshua was old, advanced in years, being 108 years old in those days. 33 And Joshua called to all Israel, to their elders, their judges, and officers, after the Lord had given to all the Israelites rest from all their enemies round about. And Joshua said to the elders of Israel and to their judges, Behold, I am old, advanced in years, and you have seen what the Lord has done to all the nations whom he has driven away from before you, for it is the Lord who has fought for you. Now therefore strengthen yourselves to keep and to do all the words of the law of Moses, not to deviate from it to the right or the left, and not to come amongst those nations who are left in the land. Neither shall you make mention of the name of their gods, but you shall cleave to the Lord your God, as you have done to this day. And Joshua greatly exhorted the children of Israel to serve the Lord all their days. And all the Israelites said, We will serve the Lord our God. And all Israel said, We will serve the Lord our God all our days, we and our children, and our children's children, and our seed forever. And the real seed, the real Jews, the real children of Israel, sons of Jacob, that will be true with the New Jerusalem. 37, and Joshua made a covenant with the people on that day, and he sent away the children of Israel, and they went each man to his inheritance and to his city. 38, and it was in those days when the children of Israel were dwelling securely in their cities that they buried the coffins of the tribes of their ancestors, which they had brought up from Egypt, each man in the inheritance of his children. The 12 sons of Jacob did the children of Israel bury, each man in the possession of his children. Okay, now here's where Dan's going to pop back up. He's going to pop back up here with the burying of the coffin. All right, so here we go. And I tell you, I'm interested in these some of these dates and years here that just don't seem to line up right, do they? Do they? They do not. But we'll read on anyway. 38, and it was in those days when the children of Israel were dwelling securely in their cities that they buried the coffins of their tribes, of their ancestors, which they had brought up from Egypt, each man in the inheritance of his children. The 12 sons of Jacob did the children of Israel bury, each man in the possession of his children. And these are the names of the cities wherein they buried the 12 sons of Jacob, whom the children of Israel had brought up from Egypt. And they buried Reuben and Gad on this side Jordan in Romia, which Moses had given to their children. 41, and Simon and Levi they buried in the city Madah, which he had given to the children of Simeon. And the suburb of the city was for the children of Levi. And Judah they buried in the city of Benjamin opposite Bethlehem. How ironic is that? 43, and the bones of Issachar and Zebulun they buried in Zidon, in the possession which they fell to their children.
Reread that verse.
43, and the bones of Issachar and Zebulun they buried in Zidon, that's the port, in the portion which fell to their children. And now here's Dan. 44, and Dan was buried in the city of his children in Eshtaol, and Naphtali and Asher they buried in Kadesh Naphtali, each man in his place which he had given to his children. So there's the inheritance thing. So that really doesn't rub it wrong here between this and the Old Testament, because here he is. The children did inherit. 45, and the bones of Joseph they buried in Shechem, in the part of the field which Jacob had purchased from Hamor, and which became to Joseph for an inheritance. And they buried Benjamin in Jerusalem opposite the Jebusite, which was given to the children of Benjamin. The children of Israel buried their fathers, each man in the city of his children. So there you see, Dan is mentioned there, even though he has not been numbered. All right, and 47. And at the end of 2 years, Joshua the son of Nun died, 110 years old, and the time which Joshua judged Israel was 28 years, and Israel served the Lord all the days of his life. and the other affairs of Joshua, and his battles, and his reproofs, with which he reproved Israel, and all which he had commanded them, and the names of the cities which the children of Israel possessed in his days. Behold, they are written in the book of the words of Joshua to the children of Israel, and in the book of the wars of the Lord, which Moses and Joshua and the children of Israel had written. And the children of Israel buried Joshua in the border of his inheritance in Timnath Sherach, which was given to him in Mount Ephraim, 50. And Eleazar the son of Aaron died in those days, and they buried him in a hill belonging to Phinehas his son, which was given him in Mount Ephraim. All right, now, like I said, there's markings here. I didn't get into it where the numbers just aren't the same as you have in the Old Testament. Some of it don't even add up right. So I'd say there's a little problem with translation. Wouldn't you say so here, table people? Yeah, there's a little bit of trouble in the translation. And this particular author, he was savvy, and he noted that here. Some of it, most of it. Okay, so and that's the comparing that to the King James. All right. So here we go with the last of our history book. And it's when after Joshua, then the elders start ruling, and you had the time of the judges and moving forward. So here we go, 91, last chapter here of Jasher. At that time, after the death of Joshua, the children of the Canaanites were still in the land, and the Israelites resolved to drive them out. Okay, again, if you go back to the history book, it leaves out the fact that the Lord scolded them because they wouldn't obey correctly. And he left the Canaanites there to see whether they would obey or not. Now that's right there, right in our doctrine. And the children of Israel asked of the Lord, saying, who shall first go up for us to the Canaanites to fight against them? And the Lord said, Judah shall go up. Now, isn't that ironic? There he was leading his Jacob and the whole bunch of them around, and here's the family down the road, and they're going to go up first here. I find that interesting. Christ's particular tribe. And the children of Judah said to Simeon, go up with us into our lot, and we will fight against the Canaanites, and we likewise will go up with you in your lot. And the children of Simon went up with the children of Judah. And the children of Judah went up and fought against the Canaanites. So the Lord delivered the Canaanites into the hands of Judah, and they smote them in Bezek, 10,000 men. And they fought with Adonizedek in Bezek, and he fled from before them. They pursued him and caught him, and they took hold of him and cut off his thumbs and great toes. Now that right there, that's going right along with the Old Testament there. All right, in 6, and Adonizedek said, 70 kings, having their thumbs and great toes cut off, gathered their meat under my table. As I have done, so God has requited me. And they brought him to Jerusalem, and he died there. And that is a different look at the same thing that's listed in the Old Testament. And the children of Simeon went with the children of Judah, and they smote the Canaanites with the edge of the sword. And the Lord was with the children of Judah, and they possessed the mountain. And the children of Joseph went up to Bethel, the same is Luz, and the Lord was with them. And the children of Joseph spied out Bethel, and the watchmen saw a man going forth from the city. And they caught him and said unto him, Show us now the entrance of the city, and we will show kindness to thee. And that man showed them the entrance of the city, and the children of Joseph came and smote the city with the edge of the sword. And the man with his family they sent away, and he went to the Hittites, and he built a city, and he called the name thereof Luz. So all the Israelites dwelt in their cities, and the children of Israel dwelt in their cities, and the children of Israel served the Lord all the days of Joshua, and all the days of the elders, who had lengthened their days after Joshua, and saw the great work of the Lord which he had performed for Israel. All right, in 12, and the elders judged Israel after the death of Joshua for 17 years. And all the elders also fought the battles of Israel against the Canaanites. And the Lord drove the Canaanites from before the children of Israel, in order to place the Israelites in their land. 14, and he accomplished all the words which he had spoken to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the oath which he had sworn to give to them and to their children, the land of the Canaanites. Might I add, that is not fulfilled totally yet till the New Jerusalem comes down, okay? Because there was big trouble here, wasn't there? We're well aware of that as the New Testament, as we progress from the Old Testament into the New Testament, we see all the trouble that came during the time of the judges and on into the kings and on into the New Testament. There was big trouble. Anyway, in the last 3 verses here, and the Lord gave to the children of Israel the whole land of Canaan, as he had sworn to their ancestors, and the Lord gave them rest from those around them, and the children of Israel dwelt securely in their cities. 16, Blessed be the Lord forever, amen and amen. 17, Strengthen yourselves, and let the hearts of all you that trust in the Lord be of good courage. I like that statement here at the end, don't you? All right, folks, now from here on the podcast, we are starting right there in Genesis. And as we go through, we're going to compare some of these things. Okay, as we go ahead, we're going to give some of the ambiguities of this. We're going to talk about them a little. We're not going to be in a big hurry. We're not going to get bogged down. You know the plan, folks. So I hope to see all of you there for our trip through the time period, the chronological time period that we just went through here in Jasher. So here from Clinton, Ohio, here at the table, this is the King James Bible Prophecy Church. From Harriet, Benzie, Bo, and myself. May the Holy Ghost be with every one of you. Bye-bye.